The Morrison government's prized budget surplus is looking shaky as the economy continues to be impacted by precautions to limit the spread of coronavirus.
This as Australia's top spy boss warns of foreign interference and Labor continuing to find political points by going after the controversial sports grants program. This is A Week in Politics.
Australia's top spy boss sounds the alarm over foreign interference.
It is now higher than it was at the height of the Cold War.
The ASIO Director General giving the agency's first public threat assessment, providing unprecedented detail about the actions of foreign spies operating in Australia.
Some of the tactics being used are so sophisticated they sound like they've sprung from the pages of a Cold War thriller.
From sleeper agents threatening dissidents and their families to foreign academics using universities as a gateway for espionage. The obvious culprit, China. But our largest trading partner significantly remained unnamed.
We deal with foreign interference in all its forms, wherever it comes from.
We're not just talking about China, we're talking about Russia, we're talking about Iran, and we're talking about others.
But it was a threat of another kind that dominated the week yet again.
This is a health crisis, not a financial one.
The coronavirus epidemic by week's end was declared a pandemic by the Prime Minister, who played the expectations game on his long-promised budget surplus.
I mean, hands up those who thought there was going to be a coronavirus epidemic when the budget was released last May. Of course no one did.
The impact will be more significant than the bushfires and it plays out more broadly across the Australian economy.
Labor won't be giving the government a leave pass on its broken budget promise.
Scott Morrison desperately wants Australians to forget that the economy was already floundering badly on his watch before most of us had even heard of coronavirus.
Scott Morrison is brushing off the fiscal fight, instead prioritising the pandemic response with a comprehensive strategy.
But there's some challenging months ahead, and the government will continue to work closely based on the best possible medical advice to keep Australians safe.
But also wanting to keep Australians active, at least for the time being.
There is no need for us to be moving towards not having mass gatherings of people. You can still go to the football, you can still go to the cricket, you can still go and play with your friends down the street, you can go off to the concert, and you can go out for a Chinese meal.
Inside the House and the Senate, the government's legislative agenda for another week proved uncontroversial, attracting more scrutiny, though, its sports grants program, after a Senate inquiry revealed the final list of taxpayer-funded grants was distributed by Bridget McKenzie 16 minutes after the election was called.
Why did the Prime Minister breach caretaker conventions?
I don't accept the allegation put forward by the Leader of the Opposition.
More allegations, though, will undoubtedly emerge. The Senate inquiry into the saga extended for another 3 months to June. David Shiraz, Sky News, Canberra.